I actually worked with Chad on another film that Halle Berry was directing called Bruised, and Chad was helping out on that film with Halle. Obviously, Halle did the third John Wick and worked with Chad. So it was a brief interaction. I didn't really, know him that well at the time. We didn't really, communicate that much, more so action cut type of thing. And for whatever reason, he saw the work that I did on that, and there was the opening for the part of Tracker, and so he called me. I had to understand the dog's energy, but most importantly, build a relationship because Tracker, he has the dog in this movie, and that dog and him obviously had a past. So for me, I spent literal hours with the dog. Sometimes we would just sit there, sometimes take the dog for a walk. Sometimes I would and I did a whole video with the dog, pictures. That was probably the most time I've spent working with animals in my entire career. And it was definitely a pleasant process, and I will definitely be getting a dog after this movie's done. Building this character's wardrobe, I brought in my binder and was just showing the team, Chad, different color palettes, different, textures. We didn't have really an idea for this guy. We went through a variation of character choices, from leather pants at one point to maybe a fedora. And it took some time. I had a few wardrobe fittings until we found that thing. And that thing is what you see on this screen. And just making sure that for me, having history with everything that he was wearing, down to his gloves, down to his scarf, down to his rings, down to the nail polish, like everything had, purpose. It wasn't just thrown on because it was aesthetically appealing. One moment in time, we're actually on set, and he turned over and he said, "Mr. Anderson," because my last name's Anderson. And so I just stopped him for a second. I said, dude, you just can't do that, man. I'm like, "Mr. Anderson." I'm like, "Stop, Keanu. I got butterflies, I'm blushing. This is a moment for me right now, you gotta stop." And that was definitely a bucket list moment, having Keanu Reeves call me Mr. Anderson. Kind of getting goosebumps saying it now.